Jamie Raskin is absolutely pummeling Pam Bondi today in congressional hearings on the Hill. His questions were so on target that she totally collapsed and was humiliated with her incompetent attempt at a disrespectful comeback. She's trying to be disrespectful. She's trying to show disdain. Just has hate radiating from every cell of her body. But she's so incompetent, she can't even come up with a decent, disrespectful comeback. Pretty like the people in this administration really. Ah, anyway. Now, but why am I, as a lifelong Republican, rooting for Democrats to pummel a Republican? Why am I happy about this? Well, I'll tell you why. Because these Republicans are authoritarians. They're lawless and they're destroying our nation. I was a Republican for like 50 something years. And when Trump came along in 2015, I was like, I can't support that guy. And I could never support him. The Republicans today, they're committing atrocities across the country, and they must be stopped. So, yeah, I'm all for Jamie Raskin. Please destroy my former party and get them out of here before they destroy the nation. If you're MAGA and you're listening to me and you think I'm full of it and you don't see any evidence that the Republicans want to be dictators, well, just pay closer attention. You'll see it in the demeanor and attitude that Bondi exhibits in this hearing. And this is the same demeanor and attitudes that all the administration cabinet officials have shown in all of their congressional hearings for the past year. And you think, well, what's wrong with that? Probably. That's what you're saying to yourself. Well, I'll tell you what's wrong with it, because in a healthy democracy, people from one branch of the government show respect to the people in the other branches. That's how a healthy democracy works. But there's no respect shown by this administration at all. And you know why? Because they don't respect the role that Congress plays. And that's because they don't respect our Constitution, which established the Congress. And when you don't respect the Congress, you show by that you don't respect the Constitution. When you respect the Constitution, you'll show respect to the leaders who've been elected by the people to the institutions the Constitution has established. Get it? It's very simple. And that's, yes, even when you disagree with them. So I want you to listen to this, because Raskin asked her a question and her attempt to deflect it was such a bad fail. It's a total embarrassment. These people, they can't even get their disrespect right. They're so incompetent. She can't even deflect a question properly. She literally goes into Looney Tunes land. I'm going to play it for you, and I want you to listen to it. First, let me just set it up real quick. Right before this, Raskin had talked about how Trump was going to sue the IRS for $10 billion because they accidentally released his tax returns. And the guy who did that, I don't know if it was accidental or criminal, but he's in jail right now. So apparently the courts decided it was criminal. So the guy who released his tax returns is in jail. Trump is now saying he's going to sue the IRS for $10 billion. Now watch how Raskin ties that into the Epstein scandal. What he's asking Bondi here is, if Trump deserves $10 billion because his tax return was released, something that all other presidential candidates released anyway, how much do these women deserve to be paid because you, Pam Bondi, forgot to redact their names and release their identities when they didn't want their identities to be released? How much do you think they should be paid, Pam? Now, if you try to deflect a question like that, at least have, start off talking about the question and then lead off into some other subject. Be subtle about it. Listen, what an incompetent, I hate to say it, but what an incompetent moron she is. Just listen to this. It's really crazy stuff.
As the good congressman from Kentucky just pointed out, there were lots of survivors who had decided, for reasons of their own, never to release their names. That determination was represented to people in Congress, and we built it into our federal law that their names could not be released, and yet you published their names, their phone numbers, their addresses, personally identifying information. If Donald Trump can get $10 billion theoretically from the Department of Justice, how much should these people get for a far worse violation of their privacy rights and a far greater danger established to them in their lives?
Okay, you got the question? How much should they get for a far greater harm that's been done at your hands, Pam Bondi, If the president deserves $10 billion for released tax returns, how much do these women deserve? Listen to this answer.
Do you even know who Chase Mulligan is? You're so obsessed with, you don't, do you?
I'm going to teach you the rules again. You're the Attorney General of the United States. We have rules.
Do you even know who Chase Mulligan is? She has no idea what she's talking about. Look, I'll tell you what happened. She brought in her script. She brought in her notes on each congressman, what to insult them with, what to pummel them with, and she's just reading from her notes because she doesn't know what else to say. She can't think on her feet. She's playing the role of a prosecutor. She's an actress playing a prosecutor on TV. That's what you're watching. Let me finish this, and I want to go back and just say a couple of things about it.
Obsessed with him.
You're the Attorney General of the United States.
With obsessed with Donald Trump. You have Trump derangement syndrome.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like my time restored. I'd like my time restored.
In your district. In your district, and you don't even know about it, about keeping children safe from online predators.
Time belongs to the gentleman from Maryland.
Totally unrelated. Totally unrelated. Now, let me show you this. This is what she's talking about. So there's a man named Chase William Mulligan of Silver Spring, Maryland, in Raskin's district, apparently. And he has pled guilty to sextortion of more than 100 minors located throughout the United States and abroad. He got young girls, like girls, minors, to take their clothes off, do disgusting, vile, nasty, horrible things in front of a camera. And he recorded videos of that, or they sent him videos. And then later, when they decided they didn't want to play anymore, he said, oh, you're not going to do it anymore? All right, then I'll release your videos. I'll send them to your school principal. I'll send them to your teachers. I'll send them to your friends. I'll send them to your parents. Horrible, horrible thing this guy did. All right. So Chase William Mulligan, 28, of Silver Spring, Maryland, pled guilty to 2 counts of producing child sexual abuse material in federal court. This was back in May last year. The charges are in connection with a scheme in which he met young girls through social media and internet chat rooms and eventually sextorted them. Okay, so I'm not going to read the rest of it. This is from the DOJ official website, and it's just disgusting. You don't even want to hear about this kind of thing going on in the world. It's so bad. But let me go back to her answer. Now listen, Raskin said Trump wants $1 billion for his tax returns being released. And what do you say these women should get because you screwed up and you released their names to the public and now everybody knows about them? And listen to her answer one more time. Listen how unhinged it is. Listen how disconnected it is from what they're talking about. Completely disconnected.
Do you even know who Chase Mulligan is? You're so obsessed with, you don't, do you?
I'm going to teach you the rules again. You're the Attorney General of the United States. We have rules here.
You're obsessed with him.
You're the Attorney General of the United States.
With obsessed with Donald Trump. You have Trump derangement syndrome.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like my time restored. I'd like my time restored.
In your district. In your district, and you don't even know about it, about keeping children safe from online predators.
Time belongs to the gentleman from Maryland.
This is this administration. So they're incompetent morons. Incompetent morons. Like she can't even deflect a question. She comes in with her script. She reads from the script. No matter what he says, she reads from the script. Now, if I interview somebody, I'll write down some notes, some questions I want to ask them about. But as we're talking, they might say something I didn't expect them to say. And I might leave my script for a little while, ad lib, and ask them questions about what they just said that I wasn't expecting. That's what intelligent, competent people do. And she's supposed to be a prosecutor. These people are a joke. They're a joke. Anyway, I wanted to show that to you. I think Raskin did a great job. The Democrats are doing a good job. And just keep pounding these people, man. Keep pounding them. It's going to have an effect. And the American people are going to notice. They're going to wake up and they're going to see it if we keep letting them know about it. All right, take care. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.